All right, folks, sorry about that. Facebook cut me off.
All right, again, the reason why we're here and not there is because...
Sorry about that, folks. Facebook cut me off again, but I'm back on. I'm on my phone now.
Don't fall down in the snowbank.
Weekend with my graphic designer doing me a favor, even working Monday to get a good
Barely walk for God's sake.
It's open, it's free, just let us put it up. They, you can
Okay, things are going to start pretty soon. Another 15 minutes. Things are going to start. There's Mike. And people are still trickling in here. Look at all the signs back there. See all the signs back there? All the signs back there. People are lining up down at the street, and they're waiting to come in. This is Faith Goldie giving a live feed.
Hey, we just got word that our protesters are on their way.
Oh, Antifa's on the way. Oh, isn't that nice? The soy boys are on their way.
It's nice to shop.
Yeah, see, look at Faith. Look, see, this is what we're going through. Look at that. You see that? See that? And see over there, paved over there. That's for Antifa. So the Patriots get this, and Antifa gets that. Nice.
This is if you try anything.
I'm just live streaming right now. I'm gonna come hang out in a bit.
It might be a bit of a shit show, so once I have but the RCMP riots Faith Goldie!
Hey, bud.
Oh my goodness! Oh, he does. Wow. Showing up. My phone is frozen.
I had 600, and then Facebook cut me off. I had to re-log in.
Okay, we're gonna go see Antifa in just a second. Let's finish our message.
Faith Goldie's going to go visit Antifa.
I'm more interested in the good guys.
All right, the speeches are going to start in about 10 minutes. I had 600 people on. That's a lot. Eh? Yeah, I couldn't believe it. And then Facebook cut it off. They cut off the feed. Just cut right off.
I lost my feed like 3 or 4 times here.
No, I interviewed her for about 10 minutes. It was just after. I got about 600 people, and then boom, they just cut it off. Just my Facebook page.
It's going to start in 10 minutes, folks. So gather around and pop that phone. I'm going to go explain what
Derek's playing catch.
Derek's playing catch with a little girl there.
Derek. Antifa's here. Oh, Antifa's
Yeah, there's right there. Yeah, they get the nice paved driveway. Nice, eh? Wait, this is the only solid ground I could find.
Yeah. Everything you talk about comes true. I watch your videos. I jump around the block.
So I shut down for my live stream for like 15 minutes, eh?
Oh, yeah?
So everybody's picked up live streams everywhere else.
Oh,
I
really?
got 3 viewers right now. Hey, fellow Patriots.
I got 60 now.
Hey, how are you? Harold, nice to meet you, Harold. That's right, that's me. Glad to make it out here today, that's for sure. There's a bunch of us. I came with Peter Salemi. You know him? He's got a YouTube channel as well, yeah.
Hi, how you doing?
And we got Rance Derek there that came out with us.
This is the only solid ground I can find.
I know. Yeah? Did you see the one I did in the Convoy yesterday coming out here? Oh, you're on your way here? Yeah.
So is that Rance Derek?
That's Rance Derek right there. Standing.
He's got the toque. There he is.
Yeah, he was saying he couldn't get off work a couple of days ago.
Yeah, well, we got him off work. He came up with Peter and I.
So you kidnapped him? I'm sick. I work.
Yes, Mom. Can you go check the mailbox?
Never thought I would see that school.
Yeah, eh?
Pardon me? Well, the odd time they close it.
Well, we all did it.
People are saying they're trying they get in and then they get kicked out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the
I got 12 now.
I got 79. And
They're going to be jumping around everywhere, though. I'm sure there's like 20 live streams.
A lot of live streams going on. But
are you guys jumping around everywhere from live stream to live stream?
anybody know how many live streams are actually broadcasting today? Hello, Peter, and everyone. Hi, for real.
Yeah, they said they're jumping around.
They're jumping around, yeah.
I think mine's the best, though, guys. I got good quality video here. It's a good camera.
I think if they cut me off again, I'm going to go to my YouTube channel. So if I get cut off here again, I'll switch over to my YouTube channel.
62 years old. Wow. Well, you do really. Hey, it's time to get out, man.
I love you too.
This is the big one. The end of Canada. It sure is.
There's a pivotal moment. See, guy. See, when I wear this hat, a guy asks me who you am I with. See?
This is Media Peter here.
I wear this hat and everybody thinks I'm with the media.
Yeah, we gotta go keep these kids really careful.
Oh, good. The video's coming in good. JC Live, I'm not broadcasting from YouTube yet. I will be, especially if they cut me off on Facebook, but I will be going from Facebook to YouTube and then back to Facebook just to keep the stream constant. Because, like I said, Facebook keeps messing with my streams all the time. I had 600 people watching it, and then they just cut it right off. So I'm going to go Facebook, YouTube, then back to Facebook. The link to my YouTube channel is on the top of my Facebook page. If you want to take a look at that, you go to the top of the Facebook page and you'll see the YouTube link.
I did a speech probably a month and a half ago in the Senate. Talking to senators, interprovincial, and
No, we see each other.
Okay, no problem, Jolene. No problem. Stay with us live. We'll be streaming periodically during the day. Speeches are going to start. Now it's 10 to 11. Speeches are going to start. I think they're just testing the equipment. Make sure everything's okay. They blocked off the entrance to Parliament.
we were even proposing to bring water, and that was not allowed.
We got snow.
Bottles of water, we're just going to give them out to people or coffee or something. We couldn't.
We can boil the
We
snow.
have to get approval for everything on this hill.
We have to get approved for water.
Yeah. I see a lot of people with Make Canada Great Again hats. That's great. There's one right there. He's got a Make Canada Great Again hat. There's one right there. Make Canada Great Again hat. It's like Trump's made quite an impact on Canadian
We
politics.
have everybody from every province. Super duper. See, the snow is getting flatter. Oh, it's
don't know where I put the foot.
Let me know when you're ready to go, Mr. Carrot.
Oh, looks like they're going to be starting the speeches soon. Okay.
The more rules we have, the more ways we find to get around it. I'm not really sure.
There she is. Hey.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good to see you.
Yeah,
Good to meet you.
Yeah, I know. It's better this way. You know, we get to see you face to face.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here with my friend Roger. Roger, this is Tears Celebrity.
Hi. How are you?
Good, yeah. He has a CPT that I often
Yeah, she calls me.
call him.
Yeah.
Guess what happened, Peter?
So, Florida, good? My son says the same thing. He doesn't want to come back.
I know. It's like I was flying over Ottawa. I'm going to take the next flight back.
I know. And my son comes home Wednesday.
Okay.
But he says, Dad, I don't want to come back.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to come back.
I know. It's going to warm up.
Yeah,
It's
hopefully.
gonna start warming up soon.
Do you live around in Ottawa or
Yeah.
outside of Ottawa?
I live in Ottawa. I'm West End. So
Oh, okay.
I'm center west.
Center West.
Yeah, I didn't take my car. I thought it's going to be a nightmare driving down here with all of the rerouting and stuff. So I never take the bus. I'm asking the bus driver, where do I get? I have no idea. Anyway, it all worked.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here. I really am.
Yeah, me too. It's can you believe that we get the snow and Antifa gets the pavement?
Yeah, well, they shouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
I don't even know why they're allowing them to protest because we're here for a reason.
Yeah.
All they want to do is disrupt. All they want to do is make things loud and nasty.
Yeah, because when we start the speeches here, they're going to be with their bullhorns making a lot of noise. You can't hear anything.
Yeah.
so-
No, they should be actually banned as a charity. They should be.
I agree with you totally.
Coast to coast was amazing.
All right, the speeches are going to start here.
These guys had a direct route. We had it all figured out.
Jesus,
They had
bring
us
more
stop
people.
anytime.
Flood this place.
Oh, people are trickling in.
Yeah.
Something else. And again, Jay wasn't true. The tears were all over the
I was
country.
determined to be here no matter what. I don't care how cold it is. I'm coming.
Yeah. That was quite a trek for me. 4.5 hours.
Oh my gosh. God bless you. Seriously?
Yeah.
We have done it very
I
well
always
here
have
in Ottawa.
protesters
So
here.
welcome. We've got
I
some
can
great
actually
speeches
say when
tonight. We're going to Real Casinos. We've got 150. Let's go out and join it. We've got a great deal. We got here 100 items. All you can do off May 1999.
Yeah, they have really good food there at Frito Carl.
We'll be able to be in the warm.
So I guess the truckers are going to be staying for a couple of days.
Yeah, tomorrow is happening here as well.
Oh, so they're going to have another one tomorrow. Oh, okay.
I heard a rumor that Katie Telford is also gone.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
I heard that this morning.
Yeah, is it true?
I think it is. Who was with us? Derek in the car. He saw it on the news. So
Maybe we'll have like a mass exodus. They'll just cross over. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
yeah, cross over to the Conservative Party.
Yeah, or even independent. Just totally crash this government. I prayed, I really know that God created Justin Trudeau in his image, and he had a so he's been totally messed by them,
Yeah.
And I said, God, either totally like smuck him, get him in the middle of the night, or carry him, do something,
Yeah.
or take him down, take
Yeah.
his government down. But this can't continue. Because the damage every week that's happening is catastrophe.
Right.
It's going to take years, but with God, He can turn anything around in a dime. Right? So we just believe.
Oh yeah. When you look at some of the things that have happened, like the Arab Spring,
Yeah.
what's happening in Europe, that all happened in
I know.
months,
I know.
weeks.
I know. Yeah.
And when you look at what's happening with SNC Lavalin,
Yes.
his government is starting to crumble. 3 resignations, corruption all the way to the top.
I guess they're not spending any
I've been
carbon
praying for a year. Deception, lies, and corruption. Let it be revealed, Holy Spirit. Let it come right to the forefront. Let everyone see the truth. Because the truth will change people's thinking.
Yeah.
And it's the people that are going to change everything.
Right.
So,
I think this is just the beginning.
yes.
This is gonna snowball.
Yes.
I mean, you see all these people here now across the country.
Yeah.
This is gonna snowball, and all the media's here. How can you ignore this? You can't. And there's protests every Saturday. So I think his days are numbered.
Well, I mean, the interesting thing is this is our country. It belongs to the people.
Yeah.
We are actual shareholders of the Crown Corporation.
Yeah.
And it's like they've just usurped everything from us. And it's like, no, this is treacherous, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
You know, and it needs to be dealt with big time. People need to wake up and see that you're not their slaves, that we do have a voice.
Right,
And
right.
we hired you. Now you're fired.
Exactly. I mean, you know, see, what makes Canada and America unique is our freedoms, our rights.
Yes.
And these guys are chipping away at them.
Yeah.
You know, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It all started with M103, that blasphemy law. Blasphemy against Allah?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
I know.
And then you got the Islamic Party of Ontario. Want to put in Sharia law in Canada, and they're saying that Allah is the God of Canada. Where do you get
I
off?
heard you say it started with M103?
Yeah.
It started when they hired that fucking, what's her name, Rupert Khalid as the speaker of the
Yeah.
fucking
Right.
House. That's when it started.
Yeah. Palestinian.
It's the plan of the globalists. Oh, you know, they
If you we see the same
You guys know anything about that evil bitch? She's the speaker, our speaker of the House.
Yeah, I know. She's part of the Muslim Brotherhood. They all are.
she's
There's
fucking
12
terrible.
12 of them.
Yeah.
12
that
Muslim
fight.
Brotherhood MPs
And
in our parliament.
when you see the same pattern,
How the hell does that happen? Yeah.
yeah, and when you see the same pattern in Canada, in the United States, in Australia, in New Zealand,
That's right.
the same pattern everywhere, something's up.
It's a mass invasion. It's a jihad. And that's what they're doing. They're trying to totally take over the Western society with the help of the globalists. That's what it's all about.
I want to remember God. This is God's country. I want to thank you all for coming today.
We see some Quebec flags. It looks like there are some Quebecers here.
And I'd like to, we're going to have a moment of silence. And during that moment of silence, please acknowledge two very special. Last week, Ryan today in our moment of silence. And we also were going to remember our Attorney General. Because you know what? She's Lady Balls, Ontario. She had the courage to stand up. So, Jody Wilson, we all went to today. Without further ado, let's sing Amazing Grace and go into 1 minute silence, and then we'll sing Oh Canada.
All right, so we're going to sing Amazing Grace.
Amazing grace, how sweet the song that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see. When we've been here 10,000 years, bright shining in the stars, we know the hour it first begun.
It's very loud here, folks.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Oh my God. The hour we first believed. A moment of silence.
They're breaking the Hell's Bells right now. Right now. War, big.
Moment of silence.
The bell tolls for Trudeau.
Oh, Canada, our home. strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you very much, Kathy. Glenn, come on up here and lead us up.
Mark Friesen, are you in the crowd? Come in, please.
All right, here begin the speeches. Down here, let's look at that. Packed house here, folks. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
You too.
Yes.
Great day today, eh?
Yes, beautiful day.
Wonderful day. Hi, sweetie.
Day to be Canadian.
Is that your daughter?
No, it's her daughter.
Oh, there. Hi. Hi.
I have 5 children. It would be chaos if I brought them all.
I heard that's reserved for Anthony.
Yep.
Nice, eh? Taxpayer dollar at work.
For Antifa, they can't even show up.
They don't show up. We should just go
Yes,
over.
we should, yep. They got stickers.
Yeah, let's build that pipe! Listen, I'm not particularly happy with what's happening right here on stage. So, but I want everybody with us. I'm going to go and check out. We might make a different stage on top of my fire truck. But I want to make sure it works because and we're going to loud up some horns because we got protesters down here. Couple speakers first, so just hang with us. This is us. We're gonna keep rocking and rolling like we always do. United we roll. United we roll. Woo!
I'm going to get Jack McClaren. He's a local MP. Jack McClaren, come on up here. You're going to say some words. Our first, one of our first speakers. Come on up here, Jack McClaren. Yeah, come on in, Jack McClaren. Jack McClaren's a good friend of the Truckers Association, a good friend of Truckers, former MPP. Jack has been instrumental in helping me with the Quebec issues. He's put Fairness is a Two-Way Street together and such. So here it is, Jack McClaren.
Okay, thanks, Ron. And it's great to be here with all you folks from Alberta and Saskatchewan and wherever else you are from Canada. We're here as Canadians. We're here as Canadians who are proud to be part of our natural resource industries. This country, which is supposed to be the best country in the world, which used to be the best country in the world, was built on natural resources, being oil #1.
That's right, baby.
Mining, forestry, and agriculture. Always was, is today, and will be in the future. I am a farmer here in Ottawa, so forgive me for that part. The Ottawa part, I mean, not the farmer part. I used to live in Alberta for 7 years, and I was there in the 70s with my wife Janet, who's over here, right over here. We went through that 1981 crash of the oil industry. I was one of the Eastern boys who went west in the 70s to get jobs, because that's where the jobs were, in Vancouver and Alberta. And we were doing well until everything crashed. And we lost our job. I lost my job. We had, Janet and I were married, we had 2 babies and a mortgage, and no job. So that is tough. So I know what's going on in Alberta right now, in Saskatchewan, anywhere the oil industry is, and it's terrible. We have a huge supply of oil. The world wants to buy it, and we can't build goddamn pipelines. Because of Justin Trudeau. He should have received that message before now. I think he has. He's turning his back on the people that create the wealth that's built this nation and will build it in the future. We get bills like C-68 and C-69, which are going to regulate us to death even worse than we already are, which are going to stop oil freighters from going up and down the BC coast to carry oil, and they're going to stop the offshore oil drilling in Newfoundland as well. Not to mention what they're going to do to mining and forestry and agriculture as well. So,
where is the mill? Is there even one?
So we are here today to speak not as Albertans or Saskatchewan people or Newfoundlanders or Ontarians, but as Canadians to tell our government that we are not happy with the government of Canada. We are not happy with Justin Trudeau.
That's right, baby. Let them have it.
I want to tell you I was a member of provincial parliament here in Ontario for 7 years until last June, and I lost the election. So I have a good job again. I'm a farmer again. Which I thoroughly enjoy. I'm part of the Trillium Party of Ontario. I quit the PC Party of Ontario because I got tired of a party that was fearful and afraid to stand up for the people that they represented. And all they were trying to do was worry about how do we say whatever you need to hear so you'll vote for us, whoever you might be, instead of doing what was right. So I quit the PC Party because I refused to be told what to do. I would speak out for what was right, which is the people that have elected me, which is democracy. And I joined the Trillium Party, and for my last year at Queen's Park, I had the freedom to speak and vote the way I thought was right for the people that I represented. And I want to tell you, the Trillium Party of Ontario supports you, because you are the backbone of the economy of this country. Great to be here with you, people. Thanks for making the journey, and we'll be here all day to stand with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jack is a great guy. Thank you, Jack. Jack, you coming for dinner with us tonight at the track, the casino?
Absolutely.
Good. And where's Janet? Where's your wife? There's one trooper. These guys have been very, very big supporters of truckers. One of the best in Ontario. So thank you very much. Our next speaker. Where's Mark? Here is Mark Friesen. Mark, and you're going to introduce another special guest of yours, correct? Here you go. Thank you.
Sorry, folks, we're just getting our live feed on Facebook also ready, because we've spent our whole trip taking the rest of our Canadian patriots with us. So I just want to make sure we're up and ready to go.
Bring out the rest of Canada. We're all here.
We're just going to make a quick announcement. Anybody lost a key? It's right here. It's a GMC, a key. Come and see me. It might be GMC.
Any truckers in the crowd, get back to your trucks and let's lay on those horns, people.
All right, folks. What a day to be Canadian. Woo! I want you guys to be loud when I'm speaking. I don't care if you interrupt me with screaming. Do it. That's what we're here for. We're standing here for you folks. We drove here for all you folks. Listen to that.
We're here as one.
So the first demand that I'm going to make,
very loud here, very loud,
on behalf of all Canadians across Canada,
see the
is that we identify February 19th, Patriots Day.
Yeah! That's right!
This, right now, and I don't care if it's on any piece of paper, right now, as of now, February 19th is Patriots Day in Canada.
That's right, baby.
Welcome to Ottawa, boys!
That language is being used more and more. I love it.
So, my name is Mark Friesen. I'm from Saskatoon. I have a small business in Saskatoon. I actually worked for the government for 25 years in prison. So, I understand how government works, or better phrased, doesn't work. I'm just a prairie boy with a deep love of my country and my fellow Canadians, my culture of freedom, liberty, responsibility, tolerance, equality, hard work, hockey,
Oh, look at this.
and the
Bagpipes.
Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Look at that. Bagpipes coming in. Bagpipes coming in.
But it's interesting because I've never considered myself a patriot. I've never had to identify openly and loudly as a patriot. Of course, I've always been one. I've always felt it, like the rest of us. We win a gold medal like Troy because we win the gold. So I'm a patriot and I'm now a loud patriot. It's necessary for us to become patriots. And I was inspired to be loud and proud about being a patriot because of the individual that works in that office that we pay for, that we call Prime Minister. I won't refer to him by name. I don't believe he deserves the respect because he does not respect any of us.
That's
So
right.
when I refer to him, I will refer to him as Little Potato. Thank you to the Chinese.
Little potato.
I'll tell you what really, the day where I woke up angry is the day when I woke up and I heard he say openly that Canada is a post-nation state.
Boo!
What? And that's coming from the leader of our country. Calling my country a post-nation state?
Boo! Traitor!
We have veterans. We have veterans in our families that gave everything, sacrificed all for our sovereignty, for our nation, for our freedom, and our liberty.
That's right, baby.
Nobody, including our Prime Minister, is going to give that away.
You got that right. That's right, baby.
Baby, you got her. Well, that guy, he knows.
But we have to understand why he did that. It wasn't just some flippant remark. That was a message to his UN puppet masters. That's what that was.
Traitor!
Now, our successive governments, they have, since 1972, sold us out to the UN in differing degrees. They've signed on and been party to the Sustainable Development Agenda.
I hear ya.
Now that agenda is an extremely large document that has evolved into a behemoth that has created all of the policies that we're standing around looking at in Canada wondering, where is this coming from? For example, the carbon tax.
Great speech, great speech.
How is a carbon tax applicable to Canadians? When you consider, they like to tell us that our emissions, our contribution globally is 1.6%. But that's before they count all the trees in our country, which is 318 billion, give or take a few million. We are a carbon sink in Canada. This scam they call climate change, this scam they call, and they're going to defeat it with carbon tax, is exactly that. It's a scam.
That's right. Let him have it, Mark.
With the help of the media, they have convinced many, many folks that we're going to do something by paying a carbon tax. No, we're not. Well, we are. What they're doing with the UN, backing from the UN, is it's part of the redistribution of wealth program that they've instituted on a global level.
Agenda 30.
They are taking wealth from the West and they are redistributing it throughout the world. They've been doing this for years, for 50 years. And if it was something that was going to work, wouldn't it have worked all right now and we wouldn't have a migrant crisis? The fact of the matter is, it doesn't work because that money never sees the people on the ground. Now, while I talk about migrants, I want to make it very clear. This vest does not represent racism.
That's correct.
This vest does not represent violence.
That's correct.
Preach it, Mark. Preach
this
it.
Vest represents freedom.
It does.
This vest represents sovereignty. This vest represents unity.
It does.
We are a country of immigrants.
We are.
We built this great country of immigrants. We want more immigration. We need more immigration. But we need to determine these policies in Canada for Canadians.
Absolutely.
Not some policy developed by an international body that has zero interest in Canada's best interests. In fact, they want us divided, as they've been dividing us for years. They've been dividing us by provinces. They've been dividing us by regions. They've been dividing us by issues. What I saw on this convoy from Saskatoon, where I joined in Regina, what I saw was unbelievable. The expectation I had was nothing in comparison to the reality of what happened.
We hear you.
I seen thousands upon thousands of people sitting in my truck through my live feed, crying together while we're in the convoy talking to each other. It's about unity. But I want to say this, because I joined this convoy because it was developed and supported by the energy industry and the people that work hard in Alberta and Saskatchewan. That industry is under attack. There's a reason why it's under attack, and people are losing their livelihoods, they're losing their homes, they're losing their families. It's crushing to the industry, an industry that Saskatchewan and Alberta depend on. Not only do we depend on it, the rest of the country depends on it.
Trudeau's a traitor!
We need to fix what the problem is and go for the root of the problem. The root of the problem is the Sustainable Development Agenda and the policies created by UN and global governance. You cut that head of the snake off, we get our country back.
Absolutely.
All of it. Including pipelines built, including dumping the carbon tax, including getting rid of the migrant pact, and we'll decide. I have one more little bit here I want to say. I know I get carried away and I get rambling, but boy, am I passionate. Boy, is my patriotism burning. It's blowing up in my body, what this convoy has done. We need the rest of Canada to blow up. In love and in unity. So, this message is to the rest of Canada. We love you. But I want to say this loud and clear, folks. You may see a yellow vest rally and you may avoid it. You may laugh when the media makes fun and shames the yellow vest. You may dismiss the yellow vest as not to be, so they're not lumped in with the narrative and the labeling. You may be scared to support the yellow vest for fear of repudiation. But know this. If you love your country, you are a yellow vest. If you cherish your freedom, you are a yellow vest. If you want to regain, maintain, and protect your nation's sovereignty, you are a yellow vest. If you believe our Canadian culture of freedom, liberty, equality, respect, responsibility, and tolerance is real and worth protecting, you are a yellow vest. If you're tired and frustrated at establishment governments abusing you and your hard-earned tax dollars, you are a yellow vest. Very good. If you've had enough of our media and our politicians and our special interest groups dividing us, you are a yellow vest. And I know you good folks right here running the cameras, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about your co-workers, your colleagues. I'm talking about your bosses.
Yeah. Preach it, Mark, preach it.
Now listen, if you support our energy industry, if you support pipelines, if you support farmers and ranchers, you support our industries and our economy, then so the next time you hear someone in the media or some politician degrading a yellow vest, they're degrading you.
Hey, Bob Ray.
When you see a news report that claims the yellow vest is racist, they're calling us all racist.
Bob Ray?
There are many reasons for donning a vest and joining the movement. But for those who ignore those reasons and excuses, don a yellow vest, voice their concerns loudly and proudly, stand up to the shaming, the labeling. They're doing it for you and your children and your grandchildren.
And the future!
God and
They're doing it in spite of the hate. They're doing it in spite of the labeling. They're doing it in spite of the shaming. These fellow Canadians are doing it for the love of their country and their love of our freedom. We are patriots.
We are. That's right.
So on behalf of all and every Canadian patriot at this rally and across the beautiful, united and free country, I'm standing here to represent. We want you all to commit to dumping the carbon tax. Get the pipelines built. Treat our energy industry, along with all hardworking Canadians, with respect. Denounce and reject the Migrant Pact in its entirety and give us our sovereignty back. Reject and denounce the Sustainable Development Agenda and back away from all agendas attached to it. And finally, withdraw from the UNSDA.
That's correct.
Power of the people is stronger than the people in power.
Go UN!
Long live Canada and her citizens. Enjoy your very first Patriots Day.
Yay! Beautiful speech.
I have one little bit to my speech. I want to invite a good friend of mine. I spent the trip coming up with him. Ivan, come on up here. Ivan happens to be an immigrant. Now, I've been called a xenophobe more times than I can count because of this yellow vest. Well, I'm going to let everybody know that calls me that and has in the past two things. Two things. My wife of 10 years is an immigrant. She's not a Canadian citizen because the system doesn't allow her to be.
Bullshit.
It took her 4 years just to get coverage for health care.
Bullshit.
My wife is an immigrant. I love her to death.
She should have crossed that rocks.
My good friend Ivan, secondly, is also an immigrant. He's been with us for 12 years. Give a big shout out to Ivan.
Ivanhoe!
Ivan is, as of 2 years ago, a Canadian citizen and a patriot.
All right.
Ivan's sick, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, fellow patriots.
Hey!
So nice to see that you guys show up in such a huge number. I just wanted to say, I came to this country 12 years ago, and after 3 days, I believe, I decided that I'm going to live here and make this my homeland.
Here you are!
I decided to stay here. I got married here, got kids here, and there's nothing that I love more than my wife, kids, and this country.
Welcome!
Saying that us as a yellow vest are racist, that's just not true. I'm an immigrant myself, and I can be a racist. I can't be a racist towards myself. I just want to send a message here. All the people who come to this country like I did should respect this country, respect the Canadian values, Canadian way of living,
and be Canadian.
And become a Canadians in whole.
First off, foremost.
We welcome you in place.
We have assimilated.
I'm not going to say anything else. This is all for me. I'm going to let the other people talk. So this was short and with an impact, I hope.
Thank you, Ivan.
Thank you very much. Let's hear it for these speakers so far. Mark Friesen and this gentleman here. Welcome to Canada. You're an asset to our country.
Absolutely.
Our next speaker, all the way from Saskatchewan, is Senator, the Honorable David Tkachuk. We used to have a, what was that hockey player? He called it Tkachuk.
Tkachuk.
Come on up, Senator. We really appreciate you taking the time. This is a fellow Saskatchewan. Let's hear it for him. Thank you.
All right.
Well, I'd like to welcome you to Ottawa. It's too bad that you got moved from the place you were supposed to be at and had to meet here. I want to say to all of you, thank you for coming, and I wish all the MPs could see the people here who have traveled from all parts of Canada. Sorry, I have to hold it so close. To all parts of Canada. I'm the critic on Bill C-68 in the Senate.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, sir.
I'm the chairman, and now it's in committee right now in the Energy and Environment Committee. I'm also the chair of the Transport Committee, which is handling that other abominable bill called C-48. And so, if I don't know whether many of you had heard that Principal Secretary to Prime Minister Trudeau, Gerald Butts, had resigned yesterday.
Good riddance.
I think we can all be thankful for that. But you noticed, or you may not have, but in his letter of resignation, he brought up the idea of climate change. And I want to just leave you with the perspective that I thought I brought to the Chamber in December in my speech, was that this is not about Bill C-68, this is not about Bill 48, this is not about Bill C-69. This is a clear attempt by the Government of Canada to destroy the energy industry.
Absolutely. We're not blind.
And with that, with destroying the energy industry, they will destroy, of course, the pipeline industry.
Exactly.
So I know you've rolled all the way here, and I'm going to ask you one more thing. I want you to roll over every liberal left in the country.
Yeah. Get rid of the Liberal Party once and for all.
Because when they're gone, these bills are gone.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Get rid of the Liberal Party once and for all. Liberal Party, your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. Right, Mike?
I agree. Liberal Party's
days are numbered for the Liberal Party. They'll never govern again, just like the NDP.
You guys hear me okay here?
Hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jason LeBlanc, and I come from Estevan, Saskatchewan. And I am proud to be part of this deal here. This is a peaceful rally. It's a bit of a warning shot, is what we're going to call it. We want the Prime Minister to hear our message. This, the naysayers, they said it couldn't be done. The keyboard warriors all called us racist, bigots, and any other names they could think of as we made our way across this great country. The protesters tried to stop us just outside of Winnipeg, but our little peaceful convoy made it. We're here.
All right.
As I said earlier, my name is Jason LeBlanc, and I'm here today as a fourth-generation farmer. And I'm standing here united with agricultural producers across Canada who wish to secure the future of our children and our grandchildren that is affordable and sustainable. There is a common misconception that those of us in the agricultural industry are uneducated. We are not. In order to be successful in the industry, we must possess management skills, marketing skills, and development traits that are closely related to those of veterinarians, crop scientists, agronomists, economists, meteorologists, climate scientists, and tradespeople. In fact, more than ever, we are highly educated, skilled farmers, and I am proud to be part of that collective. I am here to let all of Canada and Prime Minister Trudeau know that farm families and those who work in the oil industry are human. We work just as hard as anyone else. We pay taxes, we contribute to our communities, and we know what it takes to make the world go round. The contribution that agriculture and oil make to the overall well-being of Canada are immeasurable, and they create many benefits to other sectors, including energy, service, food, hospitality, construction, health, education, manufacturing, safety, distribution, and trucking, trades, everything, all included. I am proud of the relationship that coexists between agriculture and the oil industry. Farmers work together with the oil industries to allow access to the land for the purpose of drilling the wells. Once the oil is refined into usable fuel, the ag producers purchase it and use it to create sustainable food supply for our country of Canada. Thank you, guys. We have lots of farmer support here today, and I appreciate it. Agriculture does not exist without oil, and oil cannot be refined without agricultural land to drill on. My hometown of Estevan, Saskatchewan, we are known as the Energy City. We are proud of that claim. We are proud of our city. But Prime Minister Trudeau's policies have put a profound impact on our community. The state of uncertainty has clouded investment, killed jobs, eroded community support for programs, made it difficult for business to obtain and retain qualified employees, decreased property values, and turned people's dreams and hopes of an amazing life into a nightmare. Day after day, our industry continues to fall victim to the Trudeau government and their ridiculous notion that budgets will balance themselves.
What a joke.